By the way, Lewes isn't a corruption of Lou. It's the Saxon word for a hill. And if you thought that Lewes had lots of pubs, it has far more hilly roads. Far more even than the rest of the country, I think. I'm Keith Hayes, and you'll be sick and tired of my face by the time this series ends, but I hope you'll bear with me as I shuffle through the streets of this lovely town, pop in and out of its pubs, and tell you a story of its bloody past. They sure tippled in Lewes in the past. Yes, yes. My bank? Yes, yes. Of course. Absolutely. Right away. Hello, I'm Keith Hayes, with another edition of our crime show, Catch 'em. Oh, by the way, there's one crime that's still on the statute books that I haven't mentioned, and that's ringing somebody's doorbell and running away. Hello, darling. I'll be late home for dinner. How very thoughtful of me to let the good lady know. But if you do it while driving your car on your handheld mobile, it will be an expensive meal. Ye merry gentlemen. Nice to hear carol singers, unless they're warbling like me. But then, make sure that you ask if you know them. Oh, what a misery I am. But it's my job to catch the criminals. That's what I do. Then don't let me catch you eating mince pies on Christmas Day. Oliver Cromwell banned them around 1654 because he thought gluttony was a threat to the human figure. Some say it's still on the statute books, but there's nobody around but me. Here we go again. Pubs in Lewes. You can't get away from them. There's a tale handed down from Crown landlord to Crown landlord that Tom Paine was barred from drinking in that bar because he harassed and harangued the regulars to the point where they wouldn't drink anymore. They were fed up with Tom preaching the rights of man. So he walked across the street to the coaching inn, the White Hart. I think the government stinks. And I think the last government stank. And what's more, I think the government even before that stank. Whether I believe that or not is quite irrelevant. What is important is whether I can say it without being locked up by the King's men. It wasn't always so. The rights enjoyed in a free democracy started right here. It was here, near to the High Street, that blood was shed in the name of freedom.
But then went on to, as King, ratify the clauses of the Magna Carta and the provisions of Oxford, and those began to change the King's power. And it also meant things like, if a woman died as a widow, her dowry money was hers. It didn't need to be given over to her husband's family and sons and what have you.
There's a start of women's rights as well.
There you go.
My goodness.
There you go. The Normans.
High Street, UK. Every high street has a history, and there are thousands of high streets across the country. And this is just one of them. More high street tales tomorrow. Meanwhile, where's that pint? But this is Lewes, remember. Nothing is ever what it seems. The horses had ploughed up the ground a bit, so the surface wasn't even. So bowling in Lewes is completely unique. Quite capable of doing that. And very difficult. So there you go. Not quite one man, one vote, with some slight recognition that the divine right of kings isn't exactly what the Almighty had in mind. From bloody red to deadly black. Next episode, how rats destroyed a major port and brought more historical carnage to Lewis. Until then, a bloody goodbye. Poor old Lewis. I need a drink.